It's Ryder and Lisa. Welcome to the podcast. I feel like I made a weird mouth noise there. All good. Hey, who cares? All right. So, have you been trying new bronzers just like over the last couple months? Are you looking for a new look?
Yeah. So I've just been testing out different brands, and every time I have a new one, it seems like I'm in the studio the first time I ever try it on, and there are no mirrors in our recording studio. So I just kind of make it up as I go, and I keep looking like I was cleaning out a
chimney.
A chimney.
Yeah, I got this message. I posted a video of it on my Instagram at Ryder FM. And Christian, who is a realtor in town, Christian Gannon, and a big fan of the show, we appreciate the support, Christian, reached out and said, Lisa's a talented girl. That is without question. One of the talents I didn't know she had, however, was the ability to use bronzer to emulate the pattern of a giraffe, to emulate the pattern a giraffe has on its hide.
Yes, it looked quite dotty.
Yeah.
So yeah, anyway, I have a friend that reached out saying that she's going to send me a bronzer that will change my life. Let's just hope that it goes on smoothly, because every other brand I've tried before this.
Is there...
What?
Is over brushing a thing? Like, is that what you're trying to avoid?
And I don't know why this keeps happening, because I'm brushing quite lightly, but it goes on thick.
Well...
Maybe I'm using a color that's too dark for my skin tone.
Yeah.
Because I don't go in the sun.
You've got a bit of a Trump look going today. What?
I still haven't looked in a mirror. I'll go check.
Melania, not Donald. I didn't mean orange.
You're lying.
Enjoy the podcast today.
This is the Ryder and Lisa replay.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai. Check out the Southtown Hyundai Advantage at southtownhyundai.ca.
Something to think about, a segment where we track down some solid takes from around the internet.
Yeah, some are very serious with what's going on in the world right now. Others are sarcastic or lighthearted.
And we like them all.
Yeah. Dinner with Julie tweeted, okay, who's also wearing masks in their dreams now?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
All right. This one from C.A. Carmanthial Girl. I don't know how to pronounce it.
A Twitter account, whatever.
2036 will be my year. I just know it.
Oh, man. Seriously. Simon Holland wrote, I miss asking what beers are on tap.
Oh, good point.
One of the best questions. You just sit down, you're exhausted, you're ready for that first drink.
Do you miss the next day beer gut rot? Because I don't. And I think I've honestly rounded out, because of all this, that it's draft beer that messes with my guts. That's it.
You were also saying that you haven't been drinking IPAs lately, and you don't get the head sweats like you used to.
So pretty much beer's bad for you, apparently. K Cobra 11. I thought this was super fitting and not very relevant, but funny.
Okay.
Embarrassingly, I thought I was accepting friend requests on Facebook when in fact I was actually sending them to people.
Hey, why? It totally has that weird algorithm right now where it says,
yeah, people you may know, and it looks exactly the same as confirming a friend request.
Yeah.
Anyway, she says I've now quit Facebook and moved to Canada.
Perfect. Welcome. Swisher Girl 24. This is Ryder's favorite Twitter account. She is very funny. She wrote, here's my toddler's homeschooling schedule. 8 to 10 a.m. Frozen. 10 to 12 Frozen 2. Lunch, and then 1 to 3 Frozen again. And 3 to 5 Frozen 2. Then we eat dinner and we go to bed. Any questions?
A more serious take on what's going on from Pappiness on Twitter. Tamir Rice was 12 and was killed for having a fake toy gun. Kyle Rittenhouse, 17, killed 2 people with an assault rifle, walked by police after killing them, got to go home and sleep. This is why people march.
Yes. And also on a serious note, Solomon Giorgio tweeted, the amount of anger towards athletes striking shows the expectation of Black lives far exceeds how much they matter. You don't deserve to see us shine if you don't care when we die.
What little things frustrate you that you should probably get over? If somebody tells me to shut up, even if they're joking, I'm always like...
Or when someone says what instead of pardon me. That one's not a big deal to you? You're okay with what?
No, it's okay.
It's equally as rude.
What? I wasn't listening.
All right. Tip. Okay, so a lot of very passionate people texting in, and that's great. We're here for you. Tips wrote in saying hitting my elbows on door frames, hitting my hands on cupboards, when teaching over appliances I'm using when making food. That might be a typo. Dropping the same thing I just dropped immediately after picking it up. That one is good.
Good one.
Why does that happen all the time?
This text says when you tell someone something that happened to you and then they respond immediately with, oh yeah, that's nothing. Blah, 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 and try to one-up you.
That's you. Ryan wrote in saying, why the hell does my fruit cup lid peel off half the cover, leaving a second skin cover? I hate fruit to begin with, and I'm not going through that just to force feed myself.
Do you do the old finger poke after that?
You got to finger poke it.
Also, you can't say something like, that's you, and then just move on.
I was kidding.
Okay, thank you.
You're not really a one-upper.
Great.
We all know the one person in our life that is, though. And it's like they're not even listening to your story. They're waiting impatiently. It's like you can see the veins starting to pop out in their neck because they can't wait to tell their version.
I've got one I'd like to contribute. This is what sparked the whole conversation. Peeling the free coffee sticker. You know how in the McDonald's cups you get 7 coffees and then you get a free...
You don't like doing that?
Peeling the sticker.
That's the best part.
No, I really like it the 40% of the time that it comes easy. But then the other time I'm getting the paper with the cup with it, and then I get rammy.
Then you got to find some glue to actually get it onto your little free coffee sticker.
Smash the cup into the ground with tremendous fury.
But then you pick it up and put it in a garbage bin, right? Because let's not get started on littering.
Recycling, actually.
Diana wrote in saying, when you leave a room, turn off the light. Why is this so difficult for people? Weren't you raised in a house where you were scolded if you left a room with the light still on?
Yeah.
Why are adults still doing this?
Amber says it's very annoying when I hold the door open for someone and they don't acknowledge me. I've started to just say you're welcome really loudly when I do that. Deal with it. Deal with my little backlash attitude.
I love a good 6 a.m. first-time texter. Good morning, whoever you are, and also valid point. They said when you enter a Wi-Fi password and it doesn't connect you, and then you enter the exact same password again and it connects.
Good one. All right, Cardi, man, don't mess with her on the internet right now.
Yeah, I'd be scared of her.
Does you think she has a team of people that are helping her?
I think it's 100%.
People?
No, it's 100% Cardi.
I feel like it does feels like authentic. So I agree with you.
She doesn't care what anyone thinks.
So former congressional candidate and conservative podcast host Deanna Lorraine decided to make an odd comparison while watching the RNC, the Republican National Convention.
Okay.
She said, America needs far more women like Melania Trump and far less like Cardi B.
Oh, no.
She wrote, echoing critics like Fox News, Tucker Carlson, who have been complaining about Cardi's new song WAP for its graphic language.
You know, I saw a tweet that said, if you're upset about WAP's lyrics, wait till you find out what Cyndi Lauper's She Bop is actually about.
Okay.
And then you Google that and you're like, oh.
Or Afternoon Delight.
Or Two Become One by the Spice Girls. I was singing that when I was 7.
Yeah.
I didn't know what the heck was going on.
Yeah, you don't want your kids singing WAP, though.
True.
Okay, so the rapper, who obviously never lets insults slide, responded with, didn't she used to sell that WAP?
Oh, no.
Melania was a nude model before dating Donald in 2000. She married him in 2004. Cardi then shared a photo of one of Melania's nude shoots, writing, this pic is giving me, yeah, you effing with some WAP vibes here.
I mean,
of course, the controversy isn't hurting WAP, which is
doing amazing on the charts.
#1 for the second week in a row. Keep it coming. I just, you gotta think people are gonna learn their lesson messing with Cardi online. You let her be or you get destroyed.
Yeah, it's a trend right now on TikTok where people are playing WAP at home and recording their parents' reactions to it.
Like doing the dance. Man, if I could do the splits, I would have done that video for sure.
There's a study done with 600 patients that found that yoga is really good for people who have symptoms and suffer from atrial fibrillation, also known as AF, which is an irregular heartbeat. So they tested this with the participants who attended 30-minute sessions every single day for 16 weeks. That also involved different kind of posture exercises and breathing exercises. And so it drastically improved their heartbeat and their average blood pressure fell significantly. So
I don't know if I feel much better than after a good yoga sesh. That's a true story.
Yeah.
It really is amazing.
remember hot yoga?
Yeah, the good old
times.
days.
Good times.
Tell me something good.
The only problem for me is at the end when they're like, okay, it's time to relax. I always fall asleep, which is awkward because the teacher will have to like kick me. My story is about a mom who is blind and was unable to see her ultrasound and actually got a little upset about it.
Yeah.
That was kind of the first time she realized, like, oh my goodness, I'm not going to be able to see my baby. I can't see this ultrasound. So the doctors went next level with it. They found out she was upset, which was obvious. So they found a special ultrasound and made a 3D print of her unborn daughter's face so she could feel it.
Whoa.
Yeah, pretty awesome. Just
Yes.
going next level. Love it.
Tell me something good.
Thank you for listening. A new trend with baby names is going even more old school with them.
Yeah.
So the UK normally is kind of a trendsetter. This goes for music. Quite often, songs will get really big there before we've even heard them here, and then they'll get big here. Baby names, there's been a trend that we've kind of followed UK's lead in that as well. So this could be coming to North America soon. What I mean by old school names isn't like babies' names from like the 50s and 60s. Your Jacks, Daniels, James, Sophia's. Those are all actually on the way out. It's older names than that. Arthur, Noah, George, Harry, Ava.
Beatrice, Margaret,
Yeah.
Mabel.
Mabel actually just hit the top 100 baby names for the first time since 1924.
Our friends had a baby girl
Yeah.
and named her Mabel.
Yeah, and it suits her. It's a perfect little name. Anyway, Elford is back for men. I'm not sure if I said that one already for boy names, but Elford hasn't been in the top 100 in years.
Harry. You already
Yeah.
said that, though.
So it's kind of cool to see Kylo. Some of the like new school names, Dua Lipa has hit the top 100, and Kylo, as in Star Wars, Kylo Ren is in the top as well.
My niece is named Jada, and I asked my sister why, and she said, well, Jada Pinkett Smith. And you don't think about that. She said she was watching a movie, and Jada Pinkett Smith was in it. And when the credits rolled, she was like, It's just interesting to find those names other than in a baby book. Who inspires you? What just sounds nice to you? Why isn't Lisa on the list?
Well, it will
not?
be.
No,
Yeah,
I don't think so.
In 2120, though.
Nobody likes the name
In
Lisa.
100 years, it might make a comeback. Right now, you can't be going with 80s names. You can't name a little girl.
I'm a 90s baby. Thank you very much.
You can't name a little girl Karen, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, I think that one's banned.
You know those things that you're like, why am I laughing at this, but you just can't help yourself?
Yes.
I came across a story about a couple in Michigan that had their day ruined, their wedding day, because all of their gifts were stolen from their outdoor celebration.
Oh, no.
150 loved ones were there with COVID-19 precautions in place, apparently. But everybody brought gifts, and then they looked over at the table, and there were none left.
I didn't know people still did gifts. Majority of people are just bringing cash and a card.
Yeah, well, I think probably a lot of it was cash.
Oh,
but
no.
apparently the couple was so upset that they canceled their honeymoon. They said it killed the whole vibe.
Yeah.
I mean, get over it. You're going to cancel your honeymoon?
For material items.
You big powder.
But still, how annoying is that? So we asked you, have you ever had something stolen from your wedding, or maybe you stole something? Anna wrote in saying, people stole my fancy candle holders that I was going to sell after our wedding. Like, people were stealing table decorations at her wedding.
This text makes a lot of sense. It said maybe they were using the money from the gifts to pay for said honeymoon. So that's why they canceled their
That
honeymoon.
makes a lot of sense.
I'll quit being so
That's what I like to think the money's going towards when I put money in a card for a new couple.
That's true.
Yeah.
780-784-7107. What do you got?
I sold the little napkins with the little gold plates on them because, Trudeau gave away all our country's gold, so I needed something.
Oh, my
I love how every topic you'll end up peeling something political off someone. Thanks for the comment.
Yeah, man.
All right, and you had something stolen at your wedding?
Yeah. It was my buddy's wife took all of the trees. Our party favor was a tree.
So a little tree for you to plant in your yard to forever remember your beautiful day. And how many do you think she took?
I think that only like 5 or 6 people had taken any before she took the remainder, which would have been probably around 40 or 50.
How did she even... were they in boxes? They must have been.
No, it was all in one big basket. They were just little saplings, little spruce saplings.
Right.
Yeah, so it would have been like a laundry basket size basket.
So if they were intended to plant and then share your love and your memory and the day's memory.
Does she own a forest?
She must really remember you guys well.
Unfortunately, they don't even live there anymore where they planted it all. And she ran over most of them with the lawnmower.
Ryder and Lisa.
Brought to you by Southtown Hyundai.
Play 107.